What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Meal Prep 101. I'm your host, Oscar Pineda. I'm going to show you how to make easy meal preps. If you didn't see my last episode, in the last episode, I baked like 8 meals at once. And if you thought that was easy, then today's meals are going to be even easier. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you can see all the meals that I make every week. That way you don't have to think what you have to make anymore. You can just watch my videos and go to the store and buy everything. And if you like these videos, please hit the like button. Also, if you want to ask me anything, just write a comment down below and then I'll try to answer any questions that you have. First thing we're going to do is I got one of these rotisserie chickens. So I'm going to cut the leg with the thighs on one side and same with the other side. So like I said, here's my legs and my thighs. These are pretty much going to be for 2 of my meals. So this is already cooked, so I'm just going to put it in the containers. If you think this is not enough meat for you, then you can probably throw the wings in there and eat it with the legs and the chicken thigh. Okay, the next step that I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the chicken breast. Okay, I have the 2 breasts right here. I still have a little bit left in here, but I'm gonna save the rest of the chicken for later. I'll probably eat it for dinner or something else. But for this meal prep, I'm just gonna use this amount of chicken. And the next thing you want to do is you can shred it with your hands, but I mean it will be probably easier to just cut it into small pieces with the knife. Next, I'm going to grab a bowl, but I'm going to use about half a cup of this mayo, soy sauce. We're going to put some curry powder, some garlic powder, some salt, and some white pepper. Then I'm gonna mix all of this. Throw all the chicken. I'm gonna put about 8 ounces of watered chestnuts. And the last thing I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna put about half a cup of toasted almonds in the food processor. And I'm gonna throw those almonds in there. And then you can just mix it. And there you have it. That's another 2 meals done. You can either make sandwiches with this for 2 meals, so that would be 2 pretty big sandwiches in there, or you can just put them in there with some rice if you like, or you can also make a lettuce wrap. 4 meals done, 4 more to go. Alright, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to make some shrimp ceviche, which is really good. Here I have about 1.5 pounds of shrimp. I'm just gonna wash it real quick. I just rinsed this out because I put the almonds in there before, so I'm just gonna throw this in there. and we're gonna put it in a container. Alright, I have a bunch of limes here, and this is gonna be the fun part. We're just gonna start cutting everything and squeezing all the juice out to put in the shrimp. I have about 20 limes. You just want to make sure that it covers all the shrimp. I'm not sure how many I'm gonna need, but we'll find out. This thing really makes it easier. Pro tip, if you don't want to squeeze all the limes out, you can use this, which is already just lime juice. Might not taste the same, but it's up to you if you really don't want to squeeze all this out. Alright, so it took me 14 limes to cover all the shrimp so that it can cook. And I'm just gonna let it sit there until all the shrimp is solid white. And next, we're gonna make some tilapia. What I'm gonna do next is have 3 to 4 pieces of tilapia, and I'm just gonna kind of cut them a little bit, very quick, and I'm just gonna throw them in there too. I'm gonna also put this in a bowl. And I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the shrimp. Once again, we're going to have fun with a bunch of limes. And just going to start squeezing all the limes in there. Alright, so I'm just going to let this sit in the juice until it's like solid white again, just like the shrimp. Okay, so what I'm gonna use is I'm gonna use 4 tomatoes, 1 big cucumber, and I'm gonna put half of this purple onion. Make sure you wash them. I'm gonna cut the ends of this cucumber. I'm gonna peel the skin, and then just kind of cut it. Doesn't have to be too small. Just throw them in there. Same thing with the tomatoes. Oh, one thing with the tomatoes, you want to make sure you get the ones that are not too soft. Make sure they're like pretty solid, so it doesn't become like complete sauce in the food processor. And last thing is the onion. So that's too much, so we're just gonna do half of it. Alright, so that didn't work quite as well. So I'm just gonna do it in smaller batches. Try to do it all at once, just to try to make it faster. Alright. That's done. Next thing we want to do is chop the cilantro. And I'm just gonna use a handful of it. There you go. Done. Our tilapia and the shrimp is pretty much done cooking. You can see how it's pretty much like solid white. So the last thing we're gonna do is just throw our mixture of like the cucumber, tomato, and cilantro and the onion into there. the key here is that you want to maximize the amount of protein you have in there. So I'm gonna use, for both the shrimp and the tilapia, I'm gonna use like a handful of this thing. I'm gonna start with that and then just mix it. So there you go. I think that's pretty much perfect. It's a good amount of protein right there. Same thing with the tilapia. I'm gonna do the same thing. Start with a handful. Mix it. Okay, and I think that's a good amount for me. I was trying to keep as much protein as possible. Last thing we're gonna do is gonna put some salt in there. Alright, and when you're ready to eat this, you can eat them with some tostadas. I got the baked ones. Yeah, they don't taste as good, but they're better for you. And at the end of the day, once you're eating it with this is so good that you're not even gonna notice the difference. Oh, and one last thing that I'm gonna do with my chicken is that I'm gonna put some of this quinoa and brown rice. These are like they come in the packs and it's already done. So you just have to put it in the containers and it's ready to eat. I think that's pretty much it. We're done for today. Hope you guys enjoy this and you liked all the recipes. Thanks for watching again. Please don't forget to subscribe so that you get notified when I put a new video. That way, again, like I said, you don't have to think what you're gonna make next week for your food, and you can just watch my videos and get the recipes. So yeah, tell your friends about it. Make sure they know about it. I'm sure they'll like it too. Like this video, please smash that like button, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.